Hello, everybody. Welcome back to A Sweet Journey. I am Sonia, also known as Sweets, and welcome back to another opportunity just to hang out with me. I typically talk a little bit about a number of things. Usually, I am either traveling, or I am talking about my weight loss journey, or I am talking about my makeup journey, my hair journey, anything that is involved inside of my journey. That is what you can find here today. Specifically, I want to share a little bit about my mental health journey.
0, 1. Let's get started.
It is May, and so it is Mental Health Awareness Month. And so there are several things that I have been doing this month to really focus on making sure that I am doing well. And I just thought I'd share those things with you and really hope that you are doing your best to be well mentally. First and foremost, the most important thing, in my opinion, if you are a person who has a connection with some people call higher power, God, for me, my connection with my Creator means everything. And when I find myself challenged and I find myself spiraling mentally, or I feel like I'm not well, prayer is number one, the thing that I run to. I have the ability to really get very specific about what is happening and actually ask for help, which I think oftentimes is what we need. We need a place where we can go and just ask for help. And I think because I have a spiritual context, I also have an opportunity to get wise counsel from other people. And so I have the opportunity to call people and say, hey, or, talk to people who are even closer than that, but to say, hey, like, I am unwell. I had a situation recently where I was in a work setting and I was telling someone that I wasn't well, and their response was that I'm responsible for the energy that I bring into a space. And while that is true, it is absolutely not the response that is supportive of growth and support, mental support, like mental health support. And so I say that because sometimes it's like, well, I have people I can talk to at work, or I have people who I can talk to like at my yoga class or something like that. That's one conversation. There's another conversation to talk to somebody who is a spiritual connection for you. And to me, I advise that. I think that's really important, that we find someone who actually understands spiritually what we might be dealing with. I think that's really important. When I am not well mentally, one of the things that suffers immediately is my rest. I find that I have challenges like focusing at work. I find myself ruminating in the middle of the night, trying to figure out, like, wait, should I have said this differently? Do I need to address this way? And what that does is takes space in my brain, and the space that it's taking in my brain is causing me not to rest. And I'm actually going to sleep with it. And when I go to sleep with it, I am then actually, again, not resting. And so there are a couple things that I'm trying now that really help. I think one is shutting off my phone earlier. So like maybe 7, 8 o'clock, just shut it down, put it away, put it on the charger, and go do something else. That's one thing, just so that by the time I'm actually in the bed, ready for bed, my phone is put away and I'm not using that screen time. I think that's pretty important. There's something else around, like sometimes you actually need a little bit of help. One of the things that someone recommended to me, I think it was my acupuncturist, which is a whole nother thing, like a care team. And I've talked about this in other videos, but having a care team is important. Like I have an acupuncturist, I have a therapist, I had a physical therapist. I don't need my physical therapist anymore because I'm better, but you'll notice I just let my shoulders down because that's part of the problem. Like sitting like this in this tense state had me just all messed up in here. So I have to remind myself to drop my shoulders away from my ears. You might want to think about that right now. But anyway, I have a care team. The acupuncturist told me that I should try magnesium glycinate. And I'll show a picture. I have started to do that, and I actually don't take it sometimes because I want to get up and have some energy in the morning, but man, it's good sleep. So if you need some additional help, that's one thing that is helpful to help you to rest. But getting good rest is really important because it allows your brain the opportunity to just kind of get the time that it needs to restart the next day. You'll notice it is absolutely beautiful right now where I am. I'm right out in Colorado, right outside of Denver. And getting outside, like today, I literally worked one of my calls. I took it from my balcony. And let me just kind of show you a little bit. Let's take a look for a second. So sometimes getting outside is going for a walk. Sometimes getting outside is just giving yourself the ability to get some sun. And so, yeah. There's just something really good about being able to be outside in nature, giving yourself an opportunity to just reset, especially if you're like me and you have like back-to-back meetings. Sometimes it's really good to just come out and just take a moment. Yeah, very, very nice. So yeah, whatever you do, make sure that you just don't stay in the house, that you get out, get a little bit of air, get some sunshine. If it is rainy where you are, maybe go to a gym, just a change of scenery. There's something about it that feels like a reset to me. It feels like giving me an opportunity to just start fresh. Another really, really important part of mental health is kind of making sure that what you're eating, you're watching what you're eating. I could, when I'm stressed out, I could go and have, I don't know, all kinds of things. I could go and have like French fries and fried chicken or something like that often. But it's better to just find something to eat at the house. It's better to just find something that you can do within the house. Eat some fruit, eat some vegetables. It feels more like brain food than the crash that is coming immediately after the French fries or the chicken or something like that. And so really be intentional about what you eat. Another thing is like what you drink. I have stopped myself from wanting to get a glass of wine because I had a hard day. Because that glass of wine is only going to hurt me. It's going to make my body hurt. That is counterintuitive to mental health. And so really, maybe like some tea, some chamomile tea. And that'll also help you to go to sleep. So, something to think about. There is something so incredibly satisfying about taking a bubble bath. I love taking a bubble bath. I usually really prioritize Monday mornings. When I get up on Monday, I try to make sure that there's a small buffer before I have to start my day. And I come and I do bubbles, I do candles, I have like soothing bubble bath, I have bubble bath. So these are the things that really help me out a lot. It just helps me to be able to relax. It helps me to prioritize me and really make sure that I'm doing the things that I need to do to be okay. And all of this is really very helpful from a mental health perspective. Last thing that I will tell you that has really been helping me lately is writing in my journal. I try to write it in as often as I can. Some of the times I'm just writing what is happening for the day. Sometimes I'm processing through what happened that week. Sometimes I'm writing down what I want to do for like the upcoming week. It just all kinds of opportunities. And one of the things that I just really want to encourage is if you don't journal regularly, do you have somebody that you can talk to? Because I do believe strongly there's something really powerful about getting it out, just being able to process it out. And for me, that is really helpful. I get both. I get an opportunity to process it out. I have people who I can talk to. And then I also like to write in my journal. And I think that's really important and is very helpful. Those are the things. Those are the things that I feel like are really important. I think that they're things that I hold near and dear to my heart, and I feel like there's so many other things that you can do. I'm literally just sharing with you my journey. And this season has been a little bit difficult. Mother's Day happened a little while ago, just this past weekend, and I was crying because I miss my mom, because my mom is one of the people who I would call and talk to, and I don't have that at this time. And so it was difficult. It was really hard. But in addition to that, I've been just struggling in some areas. And I just want to encourage you, if you are struggling as well, to really get help. I have a therapy session that is coming up later today. I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to be able to kind of process through some things. And that to me is also important. I didn't even mention it, but I mentioned it as a part of my care team. But there's something about therapy that really is very supportive as well. And so all of these things are really important, and much, much more. There's so many things that I could add to it. Really, the most important part is that you find what works for you. And so I encourage you to do that. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being a part of this community. I love that you all swing by here. Thank you. Please give me a thumbs up if the information was helpful to you, and I will see you next week. Bye.